Cam Newton has reunited with the Carolina Panthers. Couldn't be more happy. Couldn't be happier for Cam getting to go back to where he built his legacy during the Panthers' time of need. But will he make a significant difference at his old stomping grounds, or is it too late for the Panthers? Well, first off, Carolina is 4-5 right now. Still very much in the hunt for a playoff spot in the NFC. The 8 games remaining on their schedule leaves a lot to be desired because, well, they have 4 winnable games, but they also have 2 remaining against the Buccaneers. They've got the Cardinals upcoming, a game which PJ Walker is expected to start, so Cam's not even going to get a chance there. And they still have one up against the Bills, so that's tough. We're not looking like a 500 ball club or a playoff ball club unless the Panthers can pull off a couple of upsets here. Now, while Dalton's only injured for about 4 to 6 weeks, I would expect that if Cam Newton is anything at all like he was even last season with the Patriots, he can maybe have a fewer interceptions and continue to be that red zone run threat with the offense that they have with McCaffrey. And they have some skillful players on the outside, and Dan Arnold's been, at least fantasy-wise, looking good at tight end. So they have some weapons. Cam will absolutely not be the Cam of old, but he doesn't need to be in order for this team to get some dubs. He just needs to be accurate and efficient, not missing on little screen passes like that. That would certainly help. But Cam needs to be a game manager. He's got one of the most electric backs in the league. He's got Robbie Anderson, who, despite being Sam Darnold's former teammate, seemed to have no connection with the man. And I'm saying this before seeing him yell at Sam on the sideline. Early in the season, they did this little vignette during a Panthers game about how the two were reunited and they were hoping to throw 11 touchdown passes, to connect for 11 touchdown passes or something. And of course, my dumbass drafted Robbie Anderson because he's had fantasy success in the past, even on a poor Jets offense. But alas, he has been virtually useless with Darnold at the helm. So I expect the ball to get into his hands a little bit more. Speaking of the word more, DJ Moore has been fantastic on the outside. The Panthers have a shot at, shout out to TC Films for the footage. The Panthers have a shot at making the playoffs, but they're going to have to pull off a couple of upsets. So it's going to require their defense making some plays, because this offense is not going to be electric. It is not going to outduel teams. I can assure you that. This is going to have to be a game managed, a run heavy offense, and maybe some yak from their wide receivers and plays like this right here. This is what Cam Newton does. And interestingly, Sam Darnold was doing it too in Carolina. He was making plays like this. He was notably a bit of a run threat in the red zone. So despite there being a new coaching staff in Carolina, I think they will be more than willing to put Cam's running ability to use in the red zone. So, fantasy-wise, I've talked about it a little bit. What does this mean for your fantasy team? I know what I hope it means for a couple of mine. I expect McCaffrey's numbers to not be changed much. If anything, they might get better. Cam will throw it to him often, I imagine, but with McCaffrey, you're more concerned with his ability to stay on the field than any production. Arnold, I think will continue to be on the rise. He's maybe a top 10 tight end by the time it's all said and done. The big improvement, and I've already said it, the main guy that has done nothing up to this point that I expect to do something would be Robbie Anderson, and DJ Moore will continue to be a good option. There's nowhere to go but up, really. I know Darnold had a great first couple of weeks, and people were putting together videos about the Panthers being Super Bowl contenders because he was playing so well, and unfortunately, whether it's solely from injury or whether there's something going on mentally, he's got the yips. He's seeing ghosts out there. He just throws some really bad interceptions, and if Cam doesn't do that, there's nowhere to go but up, and this job could be his to keep for the rest of the year. So I had the opportunity to sign Cam Newton in virtually every fantasy league. At this point, if you're watching this, he'll no longer be listed as a free agent quarterback. He'll be officially listed as a Patriot, but he's not going to play this week. I didn't grab him. I guess if you're in a 2-quarterback league or really in the need to stream someone, Cam should be an option in the next couple of weeks. But other than that, I would hold tight if I were you. So we'll see. Somehow, some way, Cam Newton finds his way back to our channel. So we'll see you next time.